Good afternoon. Welcome to another segment of the Jermaine Brown Sports Talk Show. Today is Saturday, December the 23rd, 2017. I want to start off by wishing everybody a happy holiday. So whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you choose to celebrate, however you choose to celebrate it, I just want to wish you a happy holidays. So today's topic is going to be, I haven't really done much shows lately, whether it's politics or sports, because I just haven't really been motivated to really do it. There hasn't been no topic that stood out that says, oh my God, Jermaine, you got to talk about this issue. But today, something did break this past week that compelled me to talk about it. And that is about the sale or the potential sale of the Carolina Panthers that's going to be coming up this offseason. Now, the reason why the Panthers is up for sale is because the current owner, Jerry Richardson, who's about, 89 years old, it was reported recently, the news broke recent, that he was accused of some sexual harassment violations as well as some racial statements that he made to an ex-employee or regarding an ex-employee or to an ex-employee. It really doesn't matter. And he settled those cases, but it just came to light within the last week. And so what he has decided to do was put the team up for sale. Now, usually that's not enough for me to want to comment on because really it is what it is. I mean, these billionaire owners, a lot of them feel and carry themselves the same way Jerry Richardson does. So it's not surprising. What is surprising is P. Diddy or Sean Combs or whatever he calls himself, but his name is Sean Combs, decided he wants to put his hat in the ring to purchase the Carolina Panthers. And I'm happy that he chose to do that because I do believe that especially in the National Football League, where over the 70% of the players are African American, that they have someone in the ownership box who basically represents them. Not necessarily represents them, but who looks like them. Okay, who looks like them, because technically the owners represent themselves. They don't really represent the players. So I just want to be clear on that. But they at least look like them. And the thing is, would I have preferred Oprah or Tyler Perry or even Spike Lee to head up the group? Yes. But it's P. Diddy nonetheless, and he chose to go ahead and do it. And I applaud P. Diddy first of all, I applaud him because when you go from rags to riches, okay, you got to kind of give some credit there. I mean, the man is not worth $1 billion. Now, to buy this team, you're going to need to spend almost upwards to $3 billion to buy this team. Yes, billion with a B, not with an M, with millions, but a B for billions. So it's going to cost almost $3 billion to buy this team. Now, but he is close enough to $1 billion that he could raise the money because guys like P. Diddy and Jay-Z and all, they get to hang out with some billionaires because why? They're near that circle. They're near that amount. So you get to hang in their company. A person who's like just a multimillionaire, they don't get the benefit of hanging out with billionaires. So it just doesn't work that way in most cases. Like even a person like me, you're not going to see me around billionaires. Now, I know some, but you're not going to see me around them because they're not going to hang around a person like me because I'm not in their same social status. So you just got to know that. Now, but what angered me, what made me sad, I'm happy that P. Diddy wants to buy the team. Now, would I have preferred that, like I said, it'd be others like Oprah or somebody like that? Yes, that I'm not going to deny because, first of all, the image is a cleaner image, so it would work a lot easier, even though these billionaire owners, they really don't want somebody who's African-American sitting up there in those suites with them, but it's going to remain to be seen if they're going to vote him out, assuming Diddy wins the bid, because obviously if Diddy doesn't win the bid, then all this was for naught anyway, but at least I appreciate the fact that he's putting his hat in the ring, and I'm certain that he has investors lined up, or he should have before he put his hat in that ring. He has investors lined up to say, you know what? I want to buy the Carolina Panthers. Now, whether he will get to do that remains to be seen because, first of all, he has to win the bidding process. Okay, he has to win the bid. So if he gets outbidded, then it's neither here nor there. Okay? And to me, that's the fairest thing. You got to win your bid. You got to win the bid. Now, let's just assume, though, he wins the bid. Now he has to be approved by the other owners. And he just needs, I think, 29 of them to approve? But the reality is, that's the key. Can he get at least 29, 30 of them to approve? If he can, then he'll be the next owner of the Carolina Panthers. If not, well, then someone else will be the next owner. But assuming he wins the bid. But here's what makes me sad, though, folks, and why I felt I need to come out with today's podcast. There is a TV reporter based out in the Bay Area, the San Francisco, Oakland Bay Area, who goes by the name of Henry Warford. Now, from Kron, Kron TVs, okay? He decided he wanted to make light or joke of Diddy's ownership interest in the Carolina Panthers, basically in a joke saying, he looked like he smoked a blunt and drank the 40 at the time when he was making the announcement that he wanted to buy the Panthers. Now, let me show you how disrespectful this is. Because first of all, we as black people, we're the only ones who put down another one of our own when we want to try to accomplish something big. What do I mean by that? If, let's say, an Asian gentleman or woman, doesn't really matter in this case, but an Asian person said, I want to buy the Carolina Panthers. You would not see people in Asia saying, oh my God, assuming that they're rich. Oh my God, how silly do you sound? Stay in your lane. You are known for doing this. What do you know about football and boom, boom? You wouldn't see that happen. You wouldn't see that happen in other communities. But in the black community, this tends to happen. We tend to shame others who aspire to do something great. What this reporter did, knowingly or unknowingly, is playing to white supremacy. Because why do I say that? Because for you to knock Diddy, whether you were joking or serious, which first of all you should not have been doing. First of all, you're on the air, so when you're on the air, lay off the jokes. You should be professional. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Always be professional. Because if you're professional, then you don't have to apologize for things. That being said, let's just assume he was joking around. Well, first of all, that joke was tasteless. Tasteless. It was nothing funny about it. Ha, 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 ha. But it turned out you was the laugh. You was the joke. Because you see, P. Diddy, no. Can he buy the Carolina Panthers by himself? No. He doesn't have the net worth or the wealth to do it. But you know people who have the ability to do it. Okay? And that is what matters, is knowing the people who have the ability to accomplish what you can't accomplish by yourself. That's how rich folks get rich, folks. People get rich. Do you think Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys, 100% of the Dallas Cowboys by himself? No. Once the Cowboys was up for sale, he scraped and did what he needed to do to come up with the money. That's the way it works. So Diddy is no different than any of these other billionaire owners who got the team. Michael Jordan didn't just come out and purchase the Carolina Panthers. He had to become first a minority owner. And then on top of that, he had to get together investors because Michael Jordan didn't have the net worth to buy the Carolina Hornets. They're now known as the Hornets now, but they were known as the Bobcats at the time. He didn't have the money to purchase them. Okay? He didn't have the money to do it. Not by himself, but you got to come up with investors, and usually that's the way it works, folks. No owner puts 100, rarely, now let me not say no. Rarely do owners put up 100% of their own money into any one venture. You're usually going to share the wealth. Because why? Now you don't have all your money tied up in one venture. So when these owners buy these teams, they're not just just buying it just by themselves. They got minority investors involved. And so to see a team like the Carolina Panthers become owned by African Americans as not only just the face. Okay, when I'm not looking for something that like what Jay-Z did with Brooklyn, with the Nets. That was disgraceful, where he owned like 1/13% of the Nets. Come on, it was like, that's a joke. That's a joke. And you know, in Jay's case, if you're owning less than 5%, then why even bother? Why bother? You don't do that. Now, if he had at least bought 5%, 10% of the team, then I would say, okay, that's somewhat significant. But less than 5%, then I'm like, really, why bother? So anyway, let's just assume Diddy wins the bid. Well, he could be potentially the next owner of the Carolina Panthers. And why that's important is because it would break a color barrier here. He would be the first African-American owner. Now, there is one minority owner in the NFL. Okay, the owner for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But he is not from America. He is not African-American. So it's not the same. But to get somebody who looks just like the majority of the workforce, which is African-American, is huge. But I just hate it when we got others who publicly put guys like that down. That's wrong. Even if I don't necessarily think Diddy would make the best owner, but I'm not going to publicly bash him. Because first of all, I applaud that he even took the guts to do this, because it's going to take a lot of money and time. And you got to be really serious to play that game. Because you are joining the most powerful sports organization in America. The most powerful sports organization in America. The one with the richest sports organization in America. Okay? Now, the NBA is a global brand. The NBA is different. The NFL, though, is a domestic brand. And domestically, no one competes with the NFL. Ratings-wise or otherwise. You just can't compete with the NFL domestically. And that's what we're talking about. And here, we have a chance to get an African-American to be potentially one of the owners. Now, whether P. Diddy would make the best owner, now that we can debate. That's debatable. But to sit up there and basically joke, I said, oh, it looked like he was smoking a blunt and drinking a 40. It's like, are you serious, dude? Now, I know he ended up apologizing after Twitter shamed him, but here's why I don't accept the apology. And black folks, we got to stop learning to be so darn forgiving of things, because we should stop being so forgiving of disrespect. We're so easy to forgive disrespect. And even though he apologized, and I'm going to assume his apology was sincere, but here's why I'm not going to forgive the apology. Because you had time to think about what you did before you did it. This wasn't just an off-the-cuff thing, number one. Number two, it's clear you had no respect for Diddy or his accomplishments, or you wouldn't have said what you said. Now, I know you tried to clean it up in your apology by saying, I respect how he is. No, you don't. Because, see, that's when you're telling the lie. Now, I do believe you are sorry. But you know why you're sorry? Because you're sorry you got shamed. You got caught out there. Okay? And you got shamed for doing it. And you should not have done it. Now, whether the network made you apologize, I'm not here to debate that, because I don't know if they did or didn't. But here's why you sound foolish. Because let's assume, and I'm going to go off the assumption that Diddy will put in a bid. Now, whether it's going to be enough, there's no guarantees he's going to be able to buy the team. Because, again, he has to win the bid. He has to be the winning bidder. So there is no guarantee he's going to be able to buy the team. But I at least applaud him putting his hat in the ring, and I'm assuming he's not doing this as a publicity stunt, because it doesn't make sense for him to do this as a publicity stunt. What does he gain by doing this as a publicity stunt? That's what I don't understand, and that's why anybody who tells me, oh, he's just doing this as a publicity stunt, well, explain to me why. He's already famous. He's already known. He's wealthy already. He doesn't need the NFL to be wealthy. Okay, it's not like he needs 15 minutes of fame here. Diddy is recognizable worldwide, so there is no need for him to do